Bloggo's POW.
Right, it's time to have a quick look at the Evercade Versus. I backed the Founder Edition because it came with 6 cartridges and seemed to be the most cost-effective way of getting the console. 6 cartridges, 2 pads, a link-up cable, and the console itself for just shy under £160. Really couldn't resist that. Most excellent. So eventually, after delays and delays, it turned up a couple of days ago. So what's inside? So you get the Evercade console itself, which is very nice and compact, good build quality. You get a steelbook. Why do you get a steelbook? It's a cartridge case. You can fit 6 cartridges in it. You get the leaflets, instructions, whatever, a poster, which is a compilation of box art, I think, and then the games. So you've got the Data East and Galco arcade collections. That's what I wanted, the Galco one. The Atari and Technos arcade collections. And home collections of Intellivision and Bitmap Brothers Volumes 1. Underneath that you get your joypads and your leads and that. The joypads themselves are pretty cool. You've got your face buttons, you've got shoulder buttons as well, and it feels nice in the hand. No complaints there. And you get the link cable to link your handheld Evercade up to the Versus and use it as a joypad. So the front of the Evercade opens up, a bit like a NES does, but you've got room for 2 cartridges in there. On the back, all you've got is a button, an upside down HDMI port and the power supply port, which is a micro USB. When you boot it up, remember to hold the button down, otherwise if you just tap it, it doesn't power up. You've got to hold it for a second or so, and then you get these nice lights, which is very nice. The cartridges can be hot swapped, so you don't have to turn the machine off to swap cartridges. So you plug a cartridge in while the machine's on, and the games just appear on the screen. And you can plug the second cartridge in, and the second lot of games appear up on the screen. You can sort them, you can show all, you can show them per cartridge, so that's a really handy thing. So once you're into the main screen, you've got a settings section where you can check your aspect ratio, scan lines and whatnot. You've got your themes, your sound, network for connecting to Wi-Fi for updates, high contrast mode, you can toggle the language, system does what it says on the tin, legal and support is just waffle, and the credits. Now if you were a founder like I was, here's a list of people, and look, there's me. Are you on there? Did you back it as a founder? But anyway, this list comes up on all Versus consoles, not just the Founder Edition, so that's pretty cool. And then under that is a mysterious secret code thing, which I don't know what it does, and I'm sure it'll be revealed in the future. There's display options. Let's have a quick look at those. You've got your normal display as it is, the default settings, which looks absolutely fine. You can add scan lines, as subtle or strong scan lines. You can change the aspect ratio, so that's ordinary, pixel perfect or fit to screen, which incidentally looks absolutely dreadful. And then you've got a selection of bezels to fill the side of the screen, or just leave it black on its own. So that's the console as it is. Let's have a quick look at a few of the games that came with it. I'm not going to go into detail on these. I mean, off the bat, my favourite and the game I was looking forward to the most was Alligator Hunt. So if you've seen my videos before, you know I did a section on Alligator Hunt in the past. I think it's a great shoot 'em up. Really good fun. Great sense of humour to it. It's just out of this world and a bit mad. Also on the Galco cartridge is a game called Glass. Glass is this strange sort of one-screen multi-directional shooter where you've got to knock all the blocks out while shooting zombies and other such nasties to get a nice silhouetted picture of a woman, and then eventually a boss turns up. So that's really good fun. On the data east, let's just pick out a couple there. So Dragon Ninja, all these bad dudes versus Dragon Ninja. Are you a bad enough dude to save President Ronnie? I'm not entirely sure I am, but nice to have it. But it does show that the console has a bit of horizontal shimmering while you're scrolling. Going back to the Galco collection, you also have World Rally, which is a fun sort of isometric stroke top-down rally game. Yeah, good fun this. I've enjoyed this a lot. Moving across to the Bitmap Brothers compilation, you have Xenon 2, which is sadly is the Mega Drive version rather than the original Amiga, but hey, you know, it's nice to have. Interestingly, you have all the versions of Speedball on here. You have the first Speedball on the Master System, Golden Master Disaster. It's nice to have a Master System version on there. You have the Genesis Mega Drive version of Speedball 2 Brutal Deluxe, which again, nice to have. And then, oddly enough, this is not something I've not seen on the Evercade yet. You've got Speedball 2100, and this appears to be the PlayStation version, which is it runs really nicely. I don't think it's a particularly good version of the game, but it's interesting to see that you can run PlayStation stuff on the Evercade, and that's what those extra shoulder buttons are for on the joypad. So that's nice to have. On the Technos Arcade, you have classics like Double Dragon 2 and Double Dragon 3. So your beat 'em up is covered there. On the Atari pack, you've got things like Asteroids Deluxe, which is nice. Can't really complain about that. And Crystal Castles as well, which is again always good times. Quickly just looking at the Intellivision, I'm not a big Intellivision fan, but you've got such things as Night Stalker, which is a puzzly, mazy thing where you shoot people. So that was just a quick look at the Evercade Versus. I think most people have made their own mind up whether they're going to buy one of these or not. There's a lot of people who've got the handheld version that might think, why would I bother? I think it's quite nice that you've got something you can, cartridges you can play on the go and then play at home on the television. Founders Edition I'm pretty happy with. Lots of nice bits and pieces in there. I'm not massively worried about things like art cards and posters for this kind of thing, but it's really nice to have the console and the 2 joypads and the 6 cartridges that came with it. So I think the distributor Funstock for Evercade are trying to get all pre-orders for the Evercade Versus out by Christmas. If you've ordered one, I hope you get yours by Christmas. If you haven't ordered one, it might be an idea to have a look in the new year when the supply problems have calmed down a bit. So what do you think of the Evercade Versus? Comment below.
Subscribe or naff off!